But yeah. And that's why these young people in today's time will fail if they don't wake up and realize like being different has always been better. Being unique, having your own uniqueness, style, fashion, way of thinking, intellect, whatever you want to call it, name it. Like it's always been the best way to be. Weird has always been in. Like it's a gravitational pull, and it's always been a place in the world and a center of the earth that's been designed for fucking people in that so-called category of weird or different, like uniqueness. Those are always the Einsteins. Those are always the Kanyes. Those are always the fucking the Marilyn Monroes. The all those people like Rosa Parks. There's always those outspoken people and forefronters that are gonna be the people that stand out and say what other people are, afraid to say or have the opinion that everybody else is afraid to, point out and speak about. Like, who are those people? Like
For real.
the engine of the train that keeps shit
Keep
moving.
that shit balanced and going.
Literally.
Flowing.
Literally. Like it's always a special place in the earth, on the earth for us. Like we are what they call the chosen ones because we just are chosen, or what I mean, to have this rough like journey and you know go through these things that build so much character in us and have us going through ups and downs and have us questioning certain things, because those people who don't go through these rough terrains in life and have everything gravy and made out for them, they don't question anything, and those are the people that get walked on, stepped on, mind fucked, that are just discombobulated until they are the farthest thing away from their true identity that they can't recognize themselves. And there's so many people around today that's exactly what happened to them. They're zombies. They're social media zombies. They're work life. They're zombies in their relationships. They're zombies like in every way and shape or form in their life. They're
Like shit,
zombies.
like like people think having everything is fucking good, or it's like be the best thing in the world. But shit, back in the day, I remember we just fucking struggling to get this new iPhone, struggling to get that, this and third. Now like everybody got the same shit, and if you don't got that shit, it's just
Exactly.
like you're not even part of this weird club that nobody wants to be part of. But
Exactly.
like it's just fucking society pushed all these type of fucking new morals on people and
Materialism
shit.
is
Yeah,
real in today's
yeah.
time. There's no
Mhm.
more spiritualism. It's now materialism. Like, forget what we have spiritually. Forget, bonding with God. Forget,
Mhm.
you know, thinking,
They put
and
all that
being
shit right in
grateful.
people's face, man.
Exactly.
And then that COVID shit really
Forget being
fucking.
thankful and appreciating things, and
Mhm.
like giving back to the earth and blessing those that bless me. Forget that. I'm just gonna worry about all this fast money, all these apps
Yeah,
and funny videos and crazy catastrophes that they put in my face on a daily basis.
for
Like,
real. It's
I
like
hate
this
to use the
damn.
word desensitized because they didn't made that word and everything, but they
Mhm.
really have just numbed people to the fact that this stuff is an issue. So now they think that it's just so normal that it's like, oh, what can I do about it? Like, no, you can do a whole lot about it. They just want y'all to think the only option y'all have is to vote. And that's
Mhm.
not the only option you have to get out of this. They want y'all. That's a whole system of trickery in itself, which is a whole nother conversation. But like, just from a political stand, they want y'all to think that voting is the only option y'all have. Like, and don't even tell you that they don't even count your vote. That's how stupid it really is, and basic that it really is. They just don't care. It's just some shit to keep you busy, basically. Another like redirecting.
For real. It's crazy. Forgot what I was about to say. You good?
I think everybody's so just like, what I mean, the the internet has always been like a place for like shaming and embarrassing people and like
Mm-hmm.
clowning. So people are just so afraid to be them nowadays. Like everybody thinks they're not, and their preachers like they preach like, oh, I can go in any room and be myself, and but in reality, it's not many people that can. Like it's not many people that can really go in there
Very
in any
uncomfortable thing to do.
rooms and exactly and avoid all problems and issues. Won't run into no anxiety or nothing like that. It's very few people because so many people are honestly worried about like how people see them, and I feel like weirdly in a way, if this makes sense, like it's really like a self reflection, like it's an inner reflection thing, like because you're so worried
Yeah.
about how you view you, you're looking at like you through the
Mm-hmm.
eyes of other people, and you worry about what you look like through their eyes, which is still your eyes technically, because you're distorting their vision at the end of the day. Like unless
Mm-hmm.
somebody's literally coming up to you and be like, "Hey, you're ugly. Your face is da da da," you know what I mean? Like just just
Yeah.
sort of being an asshole
And that's
versus
why I
like
say
somebody just looking
that
at you
saying,
and maybe admiring
all
you.
hate comes with love. But you gotta like every like blow somebody throw at you, you gotta think that shit just come from them seeing some shit they see in you, they don't see in themselves. You know what I mean? So it's
Definitely.
just like just take that shit and run with it. If that was the case, if somebody was to come up to you, saying
Exactly.
this or saying that.
But I
So
was
that's how I think about it. Like
definitely in a
in them
direct way,
situations,
of
like
course, in like a straight up confrontation.
hmm
Like, of course.
yeah,
I'm like the mind works in mysterious ways. I was talking about more on the way of like sometimes our brain can trick us, like how we talked about before. So maybe you think somebody's talking about you or laughing at you, and they're not even thinking about you. They're talking
hmm
about a whole other person. You just in your mind because you're having
yeah,
paranoia or because you're nervous or having anxiety.
anxiety and stuff.
Because too many
Yeah,
people, you think that they're making fun of you or they're talking shit about you. The whole time they're
hmm
not even like their conversation has nothing to do with you.
yeah,
They
for
didn't
real.
even really notice you when you came in the room. But
Hmm
because the anxiety is like a funny mind
Yeah.
game, it literally is like a panic attack. It'll make you feel like everything's closing in on you. It'll make you feel like people are staring at you, judging
hmm
you, whatever. So I was like coming from maybe that point of view and saying like, like you'll see yourself how you think they see you. You know what I mean? The whole time the
hmm
person could literally just be admiring you. But because you think that they're looking a little too long or whatever, that it becomes judgment to you. You know what I mean? Like they're
hmm
judging me, they're making me feel bad, or you
Be
know what
in
I
your
mean?
head.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I was
When
gonna
you never
say.
know, that person could literally just be literally just looking at you because they think your outfit's nice or your hair look nice, whatever.
hmm
It could just be just trying to sense out if you're approachable or not. You know what I mean?
And that's all it be. That's all it be for real, for real. So most times, like when I have them type of moments and shit out in public and shit, just mind be racing and shit, like a million thoughts a fucking second type shit, and it's just like you know what I mean, like just a whole bunch of thoughts racing and all that, and you just I don't know, I just fucking kind of just slow it down a little bit. I have to go through like a little just some steps to fucking bring it down type shit, like take it in, I guess. That makes sense. Like fucking calm down, for example, and that kind of helps. I don't know why I fucking took it to that path, but
I get what you're saying,
I'm high. I forgot where I was going with that.
though. High level conversation. That's
But I
why I was
definitely get what
like,
you're saying though.
yeah. That's why I was like, I don't know. It just definitely depends on situations. It's situational. Everything is situational sometimes, but and life's all about perception. Perception. So it's gonna vary from person to person and how we react and respond and go off of energies and everything. But the key to life is definitely knowing yourself and going through trials and tribulations and willing to fucking go through trials and tribulations. Having those high highs and those low lows and still being able to like appreciate yourself because you only get one vessel, you only get one
Is
mind,
it
you only get one everything.
for real?
So I think like all of America would do well to just appreciate themselves more and the world would be a less like violent place with, human on human interactions because people would just literally just be more empathetic and understanding of each other. Like if people even took the time to understand themselves and face their own like past and history and mistakes and everything. Like how they could say everybody could use therapy, everybody could use self reflection. I feel like everybody could use alone time, like time to really sit with themselves. And I've done nothing but that my whole life, so maybe that's why I just have a deep understanding of how the world works at a young age. Because I always just sat and thought about everything and realized how small of a part we really play in that big ass puzzle.